Hello, today we have a friendly local game store match for you of the Chaos Legionaries versus the Genestealers. This is a more relaxed way for us when we're playing a new team to take away a lot of the pressure. Hopefully it will give you the courage to pick up that new team you've been wanting to try. You don't have to be an expert right away off the bat. We are playing Domination here from a cool rulebook using Warhammer World style terrain. Players score 1 point for holding 2 objectives, 1 point for holding more than the enemy, and 1 point for holding each of the enemy objectives, yielding a total of 4 scoreable points. For deployment, the Legionaries are taking a Khorne Champion with a Demon Blade and a Plasma Pistol, a Tzeentch Balefire Acolyte with a Fell Dagger and Tainted Bolt Pistol, a Khorne Butcher with Chain Axe and Bolt Pistol, a Khorne Anointed with a Claw and Bolt Pistol, a Khorne Shrive Talon with Blades and a Bolt Pistol, a Tzeentch Gunner with Fists and a Plasma Gun. All but the Balefire Acolyte are equipped with frag grenades. On the Genestealer side, there is a leader with double rending claws and an acid maw. 4 other Genestealers are equipped likewise with double rending claws and an acid maw, and 5 Genestealers just with double rending claws. Both players chose Recon, allowing both teams to perform a free dash. The Legionaries elected to go first. The first activation is the Balefire Acolyte. He pushes up towards the objective in the centre of the board before unleashing a fireball onto the Genestealer in cover near the objective. Killing him outright, and as a rude awakening to the power of the Chaos Legionaries. The fire spreads to the Genestealer next to him, but he weathers the storm perfectly. Having just narrowly avoided death, the Genestealer activates, tapping the objective and dashing over the wall and climbing up on top of the building. The Plasma Gunner activates now, tapping the objectives, dashing and climbing up onto the building as well. With everyone in conceal, there are no good shots for him to take. The Genestealers continue their move forwards, moving and dashing up towards the pipes near the centre objective. The Legionary Captain then moves across towards Objective 3, taking it before holding up behind the cover. The Genestealer moves forwards up to where his friend was roasted by the Balefire Acolyte, not caring much at all that the fact that his friend was just destroyed there. The Shrive Talon moves up and dashes up to behind the wall across the opposite side of the board, just bringing him in range to start to flex his knives in the next turn. The Genestealer under the roof jumps over it and down the other side, dashing into cover. We're playing this as if this floor doesn't exist. The Anointed Legionary moves up and dashes along the side of the board, trying to get him into a position where he can start to melee down the enemy. A Genestealer moves up towards where the stalked Genestealer is, firing his acid maw at the Shrive Talon, dealing 8 damage, crippling his ability to function much more in the game. As the last Legionary operative to activate, the Butcher charges up from the bottom of the field to fight across the terrain with the Genestealer. The Chain Axe comes down, smashing through, killing the Genestealer before he tosses a grenade at his friend. Minimal damage goes through to the other one, however. A Genestealer moves up the bottom again to where his friend has just moved from, really trying to push themselves forward to get into melee range. With no more operatives to activate, all the Legionaries can do is overwatch. With one in range, the Butcher fires his bolt pistol into the grenaded enemy, killing him finally. On the top of the board, the Genestealer charges the Anointed, spending 1 CP to change his order with Unseen Hunter. The Genestealer does a lot of damage before being taken out. 2 wounds remain on the Anointed, however. His friend then follows him round the corner, sliding into the cover and firing his acid maw, killing him. At the time, we played this as Rob and Ransack. However, as you cannot shoot within engagement range, we cannot do this. At the end of Turning Point 2, the Legionnaires hold objectives in their deployment zone, scoring them 1 victory point. The Genestealers hold 2 in their deployment zone and 1 in the centre, scoring them 2 points in total. No progress has been made on attack ops. Both players gain 1 command point each. To start the Turning Point off, the Genestealers move up towards the objective and shoots his acid maw at the Butcher. Spending 1 point to re-roll, only a single damage goes through. He then dashes back out behind, so he can't be charged back. The Shrive Talon, on his reduced movements, moves and dashes around the corner to lob a grenade over the leader. Really crippling his ability to retaliate, wounding him grievously. The Genestealer on top of the building then drops down and charges onto the Butcher, hoping to kill him. The Butcher is slain, but not before dealing some serious damage back to the offending Genestealer. We then make a little mistake here. I've opted to keep this in. No cover does not mean indirect, so these Genestealers cannot be shot by the Banefire Acolyte. The Balefire Acolyte, however, still activates, moving up on top of the building and throwing his fireball across at the Genestealer who wounded the Butcher, spending 1 CP to reroll, but with a lot of saves made, the fireball barely scorches him. He then dashes back towards the plasma gunner and relative safety. A Genestealer activates and moves around into the open, firing up onto the Balefire Acolyte, dealing minimal damage, but with the splash special rule, both the Balefire Acolyte and the Plasma Gunner take 1 mortal wound each. The Plasma Gunner moves forwards to toss a grenade down onto the 2 Genestealers down by the pipe, popping the first one in a shower of frag shrapnel. The second one is crippled, down to only 1 wound left. The Genestealer leader now activates and moves up towards the Shrive Talon, staying just far enough away to fire his acid maw at it. spending 1 command point to reroll, the Shrive-Tannon falls. All he has achieved is throwing a single grenade. Seeing his comrade fall, the leader jumps up and over the barricade, charging into the Genestealer that killed the butcher, and with a vicious blow he's felled. He then tosses a frag grenade over the terrain towards the leader, dropping him in a shower of frag shrapnel. To end the turning point, the Genestealer who's wounded jumps up and over the terrain towards the objective, tapping it before dashing back under the plasma gunner. At the end of turning point 2, the Legionnaires hold objectives in their deployment zone, scoring them 1 victory point. The Genestealers hold 2 in their deployment zone and 1 in the centre, scoring them 2 points in total. No progress has been made on attack ops. Both players gain 1 command point each. Taking the initiative, the Legionary gunner charges down onto the Genestealer below him, punching him to finish him off before raising his plasma gun up high and taking aim on the Genestealer on the other side. Unleashing a torrent of plasma gun, blowing the Genestealer away, having to spend a command point to reroll however. The Genestealer under the terrain jumps up and over the wall, tapping the objective in the Legionnaire's deployment zone. He then dashes back over the terrain to hide under the building again. The Balefire Acolyte jumps down onto Objective 1, retaking it from the Genestealer before unleashing his psychic might onto him, blowing him away with a fireball to the face, killing the last of the Genestealers on the board. The commander, however, still moves up towards the objective on the other side. There is no more threat, but the objectives still need to be secured. At the end of a turning point, the Legionnaires still only hold the points in their deployment zone. The rest are held by the Genestealers, scoring the Genestealers 2 points and the Legionnaires 1 point. The score at the moment stands at 3-5 to the Genestealers. With the Legionnaires being the only models left, the Plasma Gunner taps his objective and the leader moves over the terrain and taps the objective in the Genestealers deployment zone. The turning point ends and the Legionnaires hold the 2 in their deployment zone, scoring them 1 point. The 1 in the centre means they hold more than the enemy, and the 1 in the enemy deployment zone scores them 1 as well. This gives them 3 points to score this turn. The Genestealers don't hold enough to score, so the final score stands at 6-5 to the Legionnaires, a narrow victory for them. Thank you for your patience with this coming out. It takes a while for me to edit these together. I hope you can forgive the mistakes we've made in this as well. Nothing is ever done maliciously or with intent to deceive. We just are humans and we generally make mistakes at times. We never intend to be rules lawyers here. We always think having fun is the most important thing. Anything you see from us that has the FOGS tag on it is likely just us learning a new team, showing you that it's okay to start off and not be great at your team. It's okay to not understand the full nuances of them. Just have fun, give it a try and enjoy yourself. Thank you for joining us on our battle report. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope it's a bit of a step up from a previous one in just terms of what I'm doing, especially in the voiceover. I'd love to know what teams you'd like us to play next, so drop a comment down below with what teams you'd like to see playing. If we can accommodate it, we'll try and get them featured.